What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in again to the channel. Today we've got a bit of a different video. What we have today, we're playing a few games of UFC with a subscriber. He commented on one of my videos asking to play a few games on UFC 4 after watching a series, which I thought was really nice of him to do. And it, that's something that goes for all of my subscribers, anyone who watches this series or the channel in general. If you do want to play a few games with me, just drop me a comment and I'll send you my Xbox games. I've been more than happy to play a few games. So I think it's really cool to actually interact with my subscribers, and it's something I really do want to do. So what the aim is today is to do a best of 5 series with him. So I'm going to play 5 matches with him, and basically if he wins the 5 matches, we're going to give him, like, if he wins the best out of 5 series, we're going to give him like a £20 voucher for Amazon, something like that. Because at the same time, right now we're still a very small channel, but the fact that he's from a completely different country and someone that he's found me and has taken time out of his day to watch my videos, when there are far more better YouTubers out there playing the same game, it's really kind of him. So we're just going to quickly invite him into the lobby, into a party, and we will. Where are the messages? I'm terrible at this. We're going to just invite him. There we go, chats, there we go. It's me telling him I was just having a dump and a cigarette. And yeah, so we're going to invite him to a party, and we're going to jump into a game with him. So hopefully he'll be in just a second. So we're going to get a lobby ready to go. I don't actually know how to do this. Invite. And yeah, we'll go MMA. Just see what settings. Let's not have any career fighters. Accelerated, and we'll go for 3 rounds and see how that goes. And we'll do it. Do it at the O2. He can come to my home turf. Where's the O2? So this guy, yeah, he's from the States, so he can come to my hometown. So what we'll do, we're just going to quickly wait for him to join the party. Here he is. Lovely. Hello, mate. You there? Hello, mate. How you doing?
Pretty good. I had to finish the matchup real quick.
No worries. Yeah, I had a quick. I gave myself just a bit of a warm-up fight as well. Right. So just to let you know, I'm recording right now, and obviously it's picking you up as well. So just so I can get like an idea, because I don't actually play a lot online. I'm mainly always stuck to career mode. So like, what kind of difficulty do you play on, or like what division are you in?
I'm playing a bit unranked. I don't play too much ranked. But I'm Division 10. I've only been ranked like, I don't know. I got ranked like 2 fights ago. I don't do too much of that because how ranked is this year. You don't pick the weight class.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not actually too sure, I don't play this a lot online. I'm pretty sure that the higher the rank, the better, isn't it? Or the higher the division, even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes up to Division 20.
So, for me, right, I've always played wireless, and I always feel like there's a bit of a delay on my buttons. Like, not like a massive delay, but it's kind of clunky in a way, and so I've always had a bit of a struggle with fights. So I'm actually only in Division 4. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, don't worry, that's how I started off too.
Well, I think I sent you an invite. I've not actually played a friend on this yet, so I've gone for 3 rounds on accelerated, so
that's fine. What weight class you want to do?
Well, as you're the guest of the channel, mate, I'll let you pick first. I'll let you pick what weight class you want to start off with, and I feel like I'll let you pick first, and whoever wins the first fight gets to pick the next weight class. Obviously, I want to change it up for the sake of the video, but yeah, whoever wins basically gets to choose the next weight class. So I'll let you start off.
Featherweight.
Featherweight. Okay. All right. Well, I know exactly who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be Max Holloway.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
Yeah.
you.
After
Usually I'd go Brian Ortega, but I don't want to grapple you the whole time and make it a boring video.
it's
So
fine, mate.
I won't
Yeah, I
go
was
with
gonna
that.
say I saw your message and I forgot to reply, but yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
let's do a few fights standing up, and we'll do a couple of fights where you can feel free to do whatever you want. All right, let's have it. Let's have it.
I don't blame you for Max. Max is,
Yeah,
Jesus, so good now.
it's like especially when I saw him after because I know he just got put up to 5 stars.
5.
Yeah, with
Yeah, they gave him a chain for it too.
oh, okay. That's fine. That's the thing, you've been watching my videos. You probably like know. I basically stick to like one combination, and it is that like jab, straight leg kick or body kick. I'm trying to change that
I
up
used
because
to have the I used to have the biggest problem. I only throw like one combination the whole match.
that was my problem, mate.
Event-
Oh, got a bit of lag here. That's good. That's the problem actually. With he's from the States, so oh dear, bit of a blunder here. This isn't good. Uh oh, that's not good. That's not good. Full start, full start. Never mind. Is he still here? You still in the party? You still here? From what I can see, my signal should be fine. But then again, he's from America, so it's going to be quite. It's not going to be easy. Bit of a full start. That's not too good. I'll invite him back into a game. Hopefully, we can get him back. What's he said? Okay, yeah, so I think the error was on his end there. Just fine. Yeah, I mean, starting off there, he kind of, like I said, he had the same problem that I have. He kind of just sticks to one, kind of just sticks to what sorry, I'll restart that. He has the same problem. He had the same problem that I do. Like he kind of, I have one combination I stick to, and that is like the jab, straight leg, or body kick, which I'm trying to sort of get away from. But yeah, I mean, just in that very quick second, I noticed instantly like he's very good at putting the pressure on. Hello.
Yeah, that is completely my fault.
That's fine. I was just thinking that I completely forgot. Like obviously, being from the States and everything, that probably and the servers probably ain't
Wow.
enjoying that.
Well, I got the new Xbox like as soon as it came out. Right?
Oh, which one you got?
And
The S or the X?
the X.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just
And
rocking with the
I
S.
think, well, I think I got a defected one because it randomly disconnects from Xbox Live
Oh, right,
quite a
okay.
bit, and it's worse even when the snow is out like it is right now.
Oh, yeah, no, we just actually got rid of our snow. Yeah, but yeah, no, I've had to recently get a Wi-Fi booster for my room because I stream as well, and
Yeah.
where
Usually it only does it when I played like Cold War or something. I mean, it does it in UFC a bit itself, which is quite annoying.
That's all good, man. It's all good. It's fine. Hopefully it'll be alright now. But yeah, no, I was quite surprised because I know that. Also, actually, one thing I want to ask you: what was your before the fight happened? Who was you rooting for, Poirier or McGregor?
Before the fight,
Yeah, before the fight happened, like who's you rooting for?
that's hard because I really like both of them. Like honestly, when I play lightweight, or not Connor, Dustin's usually my main because he's got a flying armbar. But
I I remember watching it. So obviously the time difference in the UK. So if we want to stay up to watch anything, that's like for US time, we're staying up until like I think we have to stay up until like 5, 6 a.m. to watch the fights. And I remember I remember like sat up in my room and I was watching it. I can't remember. I was speaking to somebody at the time. I think I was on. Yeah, I was with my in a party with my little brother, and I just I remember I looked at my screens because I was playing Xbox at the same time. And I remember just turning around. This was when Dustin started opening up and just like going at him, and then I just saw Connor drop, and I was just frozen because obviously like Connor's never really. I think the first time Connor got dropped was against Khabib, and then when I see
yeah,
him
I
go
think
down
that's
and
right.
he was flopping and he just didn't defend himself. I was stunned, mate. I was like, Connor's like one of those fighters you never thought you'd see get knocked out.
Yeah, he's got one hell of a chin. I didn't, but I mean, honestly, even if he didn't get knocked out, I don't think he was winning that after that leg kick. And I mean,
Yeah,
Dustin said that he was checking it wrong, so
that's fair.
that probably just
I
just
was
worsened it.
I was always supporting Dustin. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to love Connor, but obviously
I like both of them.
after the fight with Floyd, he he changed, and it was the money. It was the money, definitely. And
Yeah,
to be, not taking anything away from him, you give anyone that amount of money and they're going to change. But I didn't like how he came back and fought Cerrone. He came back and made it sound as if he was going to be fighting full time again, and then he takes another year off.
yeah. Who's your favorite fighter?
Khabib, mate. It's Khabib for me.
Yeah, I like Khabib too. The only thing I don't like about Khabib is I really wish he'd fight up a weight class at least once,
Yeah,
just
like
because
he
he
always
can.
stuck to lightweight, didn't he? Because he's a fucking big dude. He's fucking massive.
Yeah, he's so big for lightweight.
Oh shit.
Like, I don't know why he doesn't. I'm honestly, I know why he doesn't. It's because I don't think Khabib would stand a chance against Kamaru.
Nah, mate. Kamaru's a beast. He's an absolute
Yeah,
beast.
I don't know. People can say he's boring all they want, but he's one hell of a fighter.
Yeah, he's great. But you know the thing? I think
I
that's
love him.
the thing is about the welterweight division. I felt like it doesn't really bring a lot of attention to it. Like not a lot of people ever got excited to watch Tyron Woodley fight. And Tyron
Yeah.
Woodley,
Wow. His, his fighting style wasn't the most.
shit,
Uh,
fair play, fair play.
Ridiculous. But his fighting style isn't the most fun either. Back up to the cage, overhand.
Yeah, but
But I mean,
if you got something that works, you got to do it. But
yeah.
it was watching.
You ever seen his knockout on Josh Koscheck?
Yeah, man, that was
That's
brutal,
brutal.
and I think that was so satisfying to watch. 'Cause I can't stand Josh
Yeah.
Koscheck. It's not like
Oh, everyone hated him.
it's just his face as well, and it's just his curly hair. He's just got that proper like hateable face, isn't he?
All right, now who's your least favorite fighter?
You know what? Um, I'm not sure who my least favorite fighter is. I don't. No one jumps to mind straight away.
I don't dislike many fighters, but God, I hate Colby Covington.
Yeah,
That was
see,
so
I would love to say,
satisfying
I
watching
would
him
love to
get knocked.
see, like I know he's really unpopular, like not a lot of people. What weight class do you want, by the way?
Um, honestly, I don't care. You can pick.
Right, we'll go middleweight, and I don't know. You know what? I'll go with my boy. I'll go with my boy Darren Till.
That's probably my favorite fighter.
I love Darren Till,
That-
man. I think
he
he's
is the
he's
funniest
brilliant.
motherfucker ever.
His Instagram is insane. Like, it's
Oh
just
my bad, am I not
hilarious.
supposed to cuss?
No, mate, do it. I've been swearing. No, we ain't monetized yet, boy. Don't worry. I ain't got to worry about getting demonetized. But
Darren is gotta be the funniest person to ever step foot in the octagon, and his accent just makes it so much better.
oh yeah, no, the Scouse accent it's nothing like that one. But yeah, no, I absolutely love Darren Till. I was devastated when I was. To be fair, mate, I'll tell you
Oh, you
something.
got
I'll tell you
knocked the
someone
fuck
who I
out.
do find. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something that I'm not a massive fan of. I don't know why, and it's quite a controversial one, but it's Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, I don't like him either. Cause I think he's a bit of a sellout. Honestly.
Yeah, but it's the thing is though, mate. You give anyone that amount of money, like obviously, I'll be honest, mate. I was quite late. I've only started actually properly knowing UFC for the last couple of years. Obviously, I was one of those people who sort of started watching mainly because of Connor, and so when I started to like actually try to get to know everyone, I didn't know who Jorge Masvidal was until he fought Darren Till, and then I thought he was an absolute prick for knocking him out in England, and and then yeah, fair enough, he knocked out Ben Askren, but it he Ben Askren isn't really he was supposed to be like this insane wrestler who was really good, and he came to the UFC and just kind of made it look like a rookie. Like he shouldn't have beat Robbie Lawler at all.
No, Robbie slammed him at the beginning of the fight.
He was
Thought he was
lucky
coming
that he
through.
didn't get stopped, mate. He was lucky he didn't get stopped. That could have easily been
Nice.
stopped.
Yeah. And also, I think Masvidal is just overrated fighter.
Oh yeah,
To be
no,
honest.
definitely. I do feel. I think I've got a friend who said that he wasn't beating Nate Diaz, but I definitely think he was beating Nate Diaz in their fight together.
Yeah, I think Nate's a bit overrated himself, but at least Nate makes fun of it because he's funny as shit.
I think
He's
look, the bad thing is for Nate as well, is that he obviously he's very comfortable fighting off his back. Like he's very comfortable being like on his back in the cage.
Yeah, his jiu-jitsu is underrated.
And I feel like with him, what he tends to do, he fakes being knocked down to draw them in. But the problem with that is it counts as a knockdown. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it counts as a knockdown. That's only going to go against him when it comes to like the scorecards. Jesus.
I
Yeah.
think his boxing is overrated, but his jiu-jitsu is pretty underrated. But just overall as a fighter, I don't know.
I feel like there's like a short list of fighters who you could say like the great. I don't know if you ever seen like the sort of videos on YouTube where it's like, oh, damn,
I was not ready for that.
yeah. Well, so that's a 1-on-1. GG. Yeah, like, there's like a short list of fighters in the UFC who are like the greatest fighters to never win a title, and I do feel like Nate Diaz does belong in that category.
Didn't Nick get some kind of surgery where he got that tissue that always bleeds on both of them? He got it like taken out or something.
I don't know. I've not
So-
heard of that, to be honest, because I know that they both have like insane like scar tissue on their eye. Like they cut
Yeah.
easy. Because obviously,
I
even
thought
either
Nick
way,
got some of that taken out, but
the easiest part to cut of the face is just above the eyebrow, like just at the corner of the eyebrow. But they cut on like a whole nother level.
yeah,
Let's
Nate
go.
really needs that.
Let's go for the lightweight division. And
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to play this division without grappling.
yeah.
I'll just start throwing me out.
Let's do the rematch. I'll go Justin.
Hopefully, it don't go like the first time.
So next topic for in terms of UFC, do you think Khabib will come back for one more fight?
No, I think he's done, honestly.
Yeah, I think
I think only if Connor would have won would he have came back.
the thing is, right, Connor seems to get this fit. Like, obviously, he's in a position where if he wants someone, he'll get it because obviously he brings up so much attention. And he put a post up on Instagram the other day about saying like no more nice guys. So basically saying that he's going to start shit talking again. And I think that's going to bring so much attention because obviously he's broke loads of records with his fight hype. But I don't think he deserves another fight against Khabib, especially after getting knocked out by Dustin.
I think if he rematches Dustin and then beats one more person, then he's in talks for Khabib.
I would love to see Ferguson. I'd love to see Tony and Tony against Connor.
Tony's gonna have to win a few more matches.
Oh yeah, no.
Get in
I saw rumours that they were thinking about cutting Tony, which I. Oh
Oh.
jeez.
I'm sa- After that last fight, I gotta jump.
Yeah. Oh man.
I
Oh
gotta jump
dear.
on that last fight.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Didn't make that mistake again.
No, yeah, I saw, I can't, but yeah, I'm kind of worried about Tony because I was, you know, I feel
Oh, he
like
looked
he's,
bad last fight.
that's what I mean.
I don't know.
He was, you know, there's at one point where like people were thinking like he's the only guy who could beat Khabib. If anyone's gonna beat Khabib, it's him. I feel like now,
Now it's Charles Oliveira.
yeah, exactly, like,
Because man, people were saying that Tony could beat Khabib because he's so great off of his back, but you want someone who's great off their back. I mean, Charles Oliveira.
exactly. So
He's a
I
world
mean,
above.
if Khabib's gonna come back to fight with Maguire, it's got to be Charles Oliveira because it's just a fight that makes sense. Khabib's already beat Dustin. And
'Cause, I mean, everyone's game plan for Khabib is not to get taken down, right? But Charles Oliveira, he doesn't care if you take him down.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like what is it? I think it was Justin who said like I know he's gonna take me down. Like Khabib's a world class wrestler. Like there's no one I genuinely can't think of anyone who's like him on the ground. Like Khabib doesn't just like he's a predator on the ground. He will take you down and he'll make you tired before he starts like the attack. But I think personally, it's got to be Charles Oliveira who fights Khabib because he's the only person who can really. It's the only fight that makes sense. He's already beat Dustin. He's beat Connor. Tony is obviously not in a place where he deserves a title shot now. So yeah, I mean he's really the only guy you can really put up against him, and you know I think it would be heartbreaking to see Khabib lose against Oliveira, so it'd be a massive gamble. But then again, you get someone who Oliveira who is quite skinny, like he's not, he's not like built like a brick house, whereas Khabib could easily just take him down. Khabib could just take him down, make him hold his weight, tie him out, and just go for the attack.
Another thing about Charles Oliveira, I think his striking's a little underrated. He's got some crazy striking.
He's one of those guys that he's one of those guys.
That Tony Ferguson type striking.
He's one of those guys who you don't notice until he gives you something to realise, because I feel like with the whole fight, I can't even remember what I was going to say now, but I mean I feel like there's a lot of fighters who have done really well and aren't getting the recognition they deserve, like Leon Edwards. He didn't, he's kind of getting forgotten about because he hasn't fought in a year, but you don't realise that he's won so many fights. Like he's on a massive win streak at the moment.
Yeah, I think his last loss is against Kamaru.
Yeah, it was, and that's what makes it an interesting fight if he does win it. Because, to be fair, I would just love to see another Englishman win a championship. Because I'll be honest, like as much as I love Michael Bisping, when he won,
He's so funny.
like don't get me wrong, I'll never get bored of watching him knock out Luke Rockhold because I think Luke Rockhold's a dick anyway.
Left hip player.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll never get bored of watching it, but like a couple of Mike's defences were very questionable.
Oh yeah.
Like when he fought Dan Henderson, that was first of all, what's he doing fighting Dan Henderson because wasn't Dan Henderson like rank 11th or something when they fought for the belt?
It was something that should not be fighting for a title.
Yeah, and like Dan Henderson said at the end, at the end of the interview, he was like, I wish they judged on how the other guy looks rather than what the scorecards were, because yeah, he was busted up.
Nice. Yeah, I don't really think this pick through too much with Derek. his cardio is gonna be the death of me here.
Yeah. I love Derek Lewis, man. I love how he's like, what was it? Who did he knock out? Wasn't it Volkov? Yeah, his fight against Volkov in his
Yeah.
post-fight interview, when he was basically saying like, "No, I don't want a title shot. I need to get my ass back in the gym." And then a month later, he's fighting for the title. Like, fair play to him. He said he doesn't want it. He was giving it to him, and he still accepted it.
He's up there with Darren.
Yeah, man.
I think he tries a bit more than Darren.
I think just with Darren, like, obviously he puts like shit on Instagram. Like, he's doing that same thing. Like, he always edits his face into over people. But with Derek Lewis, he's just so naturally funny. Like the whole "my balls were hurt" comment, like that fucking like blew up. Like, it was such a simple thing, but it made so many people like just crease up like laughing.
Who do you think's gonna win that tonight? Derek or Curtis?
I think Bladis, because
Yeah, me too.
obviously
Which is
he's
unfortunate, but
he's a big wrestler, and you know, like, even just like Lewis says, like, his cardio is not as good as it should be.
did you hear what Derek said his game plan's gonna be though? If he gets taken down, he's just gonna stand right back up.
Yeah, he's one of those wrestlers. It's like when people do fight Khabib, like Justin Gaethje said it when he went to Khabib. He's like, I know he's going to take me down. Like, but I think that's a lot of people try to think about Khabib. How do I not let him take me down? But because what they need is to think is like, right, when he takes me down, what am I going to do to get back up?
Yes. Oh fuck, he isn't David. He has a front kick is what I was looking for. He doesn't have it. He has that.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised seeing fucking. Didn't he like? Who did he knock out by doing like a flying knee? Who was that?
Oh wait, you
Oh,
want me to let
shit.
this go? I didn't even think about this. If you want me to let it go, I can let it go.
Oh man, like this takes you back to when I lost my fucking takes you back to when I lost my fucking fight, my career mode. Give me PTSD, bro.
Well, what if Derek won like this tonight though?
Could you imagine? I think that would just blow up massively. Oh, bro, you're gonna get it.
You can have the win. I was gonna lose anyway.
Oh
Derek's
man.
not my type of fighter.
Oh dear. Yeah, man. I'm that's what I mean. I think I always think don't bother. I've always tried to sort of stay standing up. I've never really embraced the ground game as much.
Well, whenever I play online, I play quick fight. I filter it where it's only bantamweight through middleweight.
Yeah.
So I never use the bigger boys usually. And I did not know that Derek did not have a front kick.
Yeah, I hardly ever play. I hardly ever play. What's it? The heavyweights. I don't. Yeah, like you, man. I'll just basically go for. I stick to featherweight to middleweight.
Yeah. Bantam through middle is the only thing I would
I've never
usually do.
I've never done much about
With the women, they're kind of too much one-sided. Pretty much the champion just is so much better than everyone else in the weight class.
Yeah, man, I don't see anyone taking down Nunes anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, you can get Holly home, but you're not really.
She's already beat Holly Holm, isn't she?
Yeah, she knocked her out, head kick.
And I think the only
I'm just
thing
saying you can use Holly in the game, and she's alright.
I think
Alright, she's
what
not
was it?
gonna
There was a bit of a like, didn't she fight Shevchenko? And Shevchenko wasn't happy about the decision at all that she lost.
Honestly, I don't pay that much attention to women. The women.
Yeah.
It's just hard to because I mean, I don't want to say that they're boring, but like there's like maybe five good fighters in like each of
And
those divisions.
when you think about like memorable women's fights, you think of first of all when Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey, which nobody was
Yeah.
expecting.
Then Amanda
And
Nunes comes out and does it too.
yeah, so you think like when you think about women's fighting, I think about when Holly Holm knocks out Ronda Rousey, and then I think about um, Ron Jacek and Zhang. Like I watched that fight. That fight was incredible.
Uh, Rose, she's pretty underrated. I like her.
Did you? I don't know if you saw this right, but I was watching one of Dana White's like post-event interviews, whatever, and they was talking about Rose, and Rose doesn't want a title fight. Rose doesn't want to be champion.
She might feel like she's not ready because I mean her jiu-jitsu is unbelievable. But her stand-up still needs some work.
You say yeah, but yeah, I mean, I feel like
Yeah, but it is hard to pass it on a title fight. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's quite crazy that she didn't even want to have a title fight. Like, I think she kind of like I feel like she deserved like an immediate rematch against who was it that who beat her? Was it Andrade? No, it wasn't Andrade. No.
shit, I know who you're talking about. Where she got slammed.
Yeah, like because she was dominating that fight before. Up until that point, she was dominating that fight.
100%. She was. If that didn't happen, she won the fight. She had it in the bag. Yeah, I can't think of.
I think it was Andrade, yeah, Jessica Andrade.
I'll tell you though, Rose's fight with oh, fuck. How do you say her name?
What Joanna Jacek?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why I can't.
I feel like I can only say her name by saying her whole name. I can't just say her surname.
I have to think of like J and then check together. Like
Yeah.
that's not nearly how it's spelled. But it's the only way. Yeah, that fight was nice, especially since Joanna was talking so much shit before the fight.
See,
Rose was kind of just taking it.
in any fights like that, obviously I'm always going to support the guys from Europe because
That's my dad. Yeah, he only like if there's an American fighting, that's who he's going for.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Like,
I don't necessarily care. That
Like,
much.
I was
Darren's
quite
probably
happy
my
to
favorite
see-
fighter, but
I was quite happy to see Blachowicz beat Reyes for when Jones and
yeah.
vacated the title. What do you think about Jones
I
moving up
like
to
Jones
heavyweight?
quite a bit. I wish he would have stayed for a little bit longer. Yeah, him and Izzy already would have been nice.
I still
I mean,
think
I
they'll make that
Izzy's
happen.
definitely gonna beat Jan. I think it'll happen if Izzy beats Jan. But
Yeah, I still think that he's. I don't. The UFC over the years they absolutely love their super fights now, and I still think they're gonna make it happen. Because
Izzy is definitely better than Jan. But Jan's power, you can just get one lucky shot in.
exactly, it's like what like
Izzy's
again
out. I mean-
another satisfying moment was watching him knock out Luke Rockhold again.
Izzy has been knocked out before, so
Yeah, no, I've seen that video, and he wasn't like TKO'd or anything. Like he was knocked out cold.
yeah, he was out.
And it's so weird to see things like that, because obviously to the world, like he's undefeated, but it's weird to see.
But, I mean,
things
how
like
many fights he fought though in kickboxing? I mean, that had to happen eventually.
Oh
And
yeah.
his record's insane too. I don't remember what it was. I know it's like 5 losses to something insane.
I think he's in triple digits, wasn't it? Or
It might be. It's
I'm pretty sure he
Man,
was
it's
like
crazy.
he's been fighting his whole life. That's all he knows.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
Izzy.
I remember. I can't remember how I ever came across him, but I was watching him like when he was I was paying attention and making sure that I knew what his fights were going into, like even when he was fighting in the undercards.
Yeah. The first
I
thing
think-
I saw him fight was Kim Loudon, I think was his name, in a kickboxing match.
Yeah.
He is nice.
What do you think about people who say Khabib is a boring fighter?
I mean, fighters can be boring. Like, my opinion, Curtis Blades, he is a boring fighter.
Mm.
But that does not mean that he's a bad fighter.
Yeah.
So you can say they're boring, but if it works, it works. Whoever's gonna get them that paycheck, I mean, you can't really blame them for doing it.
Oh no, no. So the thing is, well, is that you get a lot of people who do watch UFC because they do sort of see it still as like a human cockfighting kind of stereotype, which but there's some people who watch it because they truly enjoy like. I mean, I love watching Khabib fight. I absolutely love watching him like watching him look like a McGregor. Like I love watching when he does that thing where he wraps his legs around their legs and just ties them up.
Yeah. Whenever I get out of school, I really wanted to start training well, first in jiu-jitsu, and then go more on. So just watching and learning all the ground stuff like that, it's pretty entertaining. And so
I did a bit of judo when I was in school myself.
Like, I personally, I don't mind if people wrestle. Like, I mean, obviously, sometimes it gets boring. I mean, sometimes Khabib gets boring, but he's still probably definitely a top 5 fighter of all time. You can't really argue it.
Mm. Yeah, no, definitely. Khabib is definitely he's up there because to be honest, I was not expecting him to retire because obviously everyone's always known for him to go for that 30-0 before he retires, and that's when he was meant to retire. But obviously, with his family, I know for a fact, like in his heart, he wants that 30-0 because he wants to do it for his dad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could definitely see him coming back. It's just he sounds pretty serious about not doing it. I think he would have if Conor would have won.
Yeah, I don't know because.
But I think that's just because another fight with Conor, especially a rematch with those two, that's just sets you up for life. Sets your generations up for life.
Yeah.
And Khabib does seem like a family man. So.
Well, didn't he get paid something crazy in his last fight? Didn't he? In his fight against Gaethje, I think he got paid like 10 million.
Oh yeah. Khabib. I mean, Khabib himself draws. He just doesn't draw as much as Conor.
And I think a lot of people, because I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Gaethje to beat for Tony that night. I don't think a lot of people were. Like, I feel like ever since Justin lost that time to Poirier, he came back and he came back hard. Like, he did not fuck about. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Like, when he lost to Poirier, he came he came a lot more of a cautious fighter. And he didn't go on like a mad streak of like how many first round knockouts? They got like 4 straight first round knockouts, didn't he?
Something crazy like that, because I mean, you just don't want to stand with him. And just like a yawn over here, about to stand with him, which is a death sentence.
I don't know, mate. You've absolutely handed my ass to me in these last few fights.
I'm not the best striker. I'm not gonna. Usually, like, you see people with 300 or something wins, and it's like 250 of them at least knockouts. Mine's not exactly the same.
Well, the thing is, I hardly actually ever.
Matches. Pretty rare.
I hardly.
I play a bit of career myself.
I really felt like the UFC career mode was terrible. I thought it was very like. It was. I kind of felt like. I feel like
after you get past those first fights, it's kind of.
Yeah, I was talking about. I recorded my next episode for my series today, and in the video, I was discussing like. I don't know if you ever played UFC Undisputed 3.
Yeah, I have.
Like, I genuinely think that was, still to this day, I think that's the best UFC game they've made.
Yeah.
In terms of...
UFC 2 is pretty fun, but then again, it's the feet that kind of maybe puts that game behind, because you're like sliding all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and I feel like with the UFC career mode, it's kind of like you have, if you don't lose, like you know, you kind of just stuck. Like it's kind of like structured where they sorted that out, kind of. But
Dude, Yana's dangerous. I'm about to get knocked out. The Polish power's about to hit me.
I don't know, man.
Alexander feels so slow in this game. I'm trying to just hit and get out, but he doesn't want to get out.
I'm surprised he came back. I wasn't expecting him to come back out of the time.
He didn't look that great.
Yeah, he
I
lost,
wish
didn't he?
would've. I like him. I like him. Yeah, he didn't. He looked
Shit, I
pretty
walked
shit.
right into that.
He looked- It's so weird seeing him not look good because, you know,
Yeah,
He was
obviously,
up there
because he was like
fighting
he was the
DC.
guy who almost beat.
John Jones.
He was the guy who almost beat John Jones when he was like, well,
Yeah.
like when Jones seemed unstoppable. Because, you know, some people say that his last 2 wins against Reyes and I can't remember who he fought before that as well. Who was it? Reyes? Oh, Thiago Santos.
Thiago Santos.
Yeah, like a lot of people kind of thought it was a bit of a controversial decision. Like it was always very close. Whereas normally Jones has won quite
Personally,
convincingly.
I personally think John Jones won those fights.
Yeah, but then I
know a lot
felt
of
there was
people
a
don't, but
there was like I didn't watch the fight myself, but I know that there was, you know, there was some people saying that, you know, maybe he shouldn't have won that.
oh yeah, a lot of people don't think he won that. I mean, I personally do, but I can definitely see where you wouldn't. That sway back almost got you right there.
That's what I mean, man. That's what I'm just keep thinking to myself. I've got to stop doing that shit. That's what's like causing me to get knocked the fuck out.
I ain't really need to work on my striking. And then I'm sitting here warming up, and the whole time I'm warming up, I have been wrestling people. And it's like, you sent me that party invite, and I'm sitting on the ground trying to submit someone with Tony Ferguson, and I'm like, oh, fuck. This probably wasn't the best practice.
You haven't even needed to set you down, mate. You're definitely outstriking me. Like, yeah, you can tell you that, you know, this is a Div 4 player against a Div 10 player. But like I said, I think where the problem is,
The elbow was actually an accident.
I've stuck to career mode, so and you know,
I got 2 career guys. One's a kickboxer and the other's a jiu-jitsu.
what about in terms of my as like feedback from, you know, you who watches the
Well,
ch-
first
sit-
of all, I would say, yeah, I'll let you up. But I would definitely say to try and focus more on getting your grappling up.
oh yeah, no,
Especially
100%.
on career, because you know you'll get into some places where, like I played in career mode against Colby Covington. Motherfucker just kept taking me down. I don't know why. I just could not deny it for the life of me. And ever since then, I've just worked on grappling, and turns out not that many people in this game grapple a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Ooh, that's one thing, because I lost my first fight on that career mode because I was against a fucking boxer. I was against a boxer and he just would not stop taking me down. I was like, what is going on? That's one thing I find that's quite strange.
Horrible. Like Tony Ferguson is listed as a boxer on here.
Oh yeah.
He should
mate.
definitely be listed. Oh,
How did that not knock me out? How did that not knock me out?
That was insane. But
Oh,
Tony
damn.
should be listed as a balanced for sure. Yeah, Tony should be listed as a balanced.
Yeah, no, definitely. But one thing I've noticed that with my with the career mode that I'm doing, like I come up against like wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys, and all they do is just fuck. He went flying back. But yeah, with the
Ragdoll animation.
yeah, with the what's it? With the I come up against wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys, and they don't take me down. They don't try, like they're probably going for a clinch, but that's it. And then with boxers and kickboxers, they just insist on taking me down like constantly. It's weird, but no, I'm quite enjoying doing the the series, and I thought it was really cool that you commented because obviously where the channel's still small, I wasn't expecting to get near to anyone who's actually not even from America. I wasn't even expecting to get out of my county. Like, I was just expecting the people who watch my videos, the people that I know personally. I'm up for one more game. If you're up for one more game, I don't want to get my ass handed to me once more.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish that there was a lot more UFC content. Like, I mean,
I don't know. Do you watch Martial Mind?
Bazinga, whatever. Oh yeah. Martial's great. Praxis, Suave Jamie, and D-Man. Those are probably my top 4.
Well, that's the thing, because I like I said, I stream as well.
Maybe someone different this time.
And when I stream, I feel like you kind of have to play a game that's fitting in with what people are wanting to watch. And I feel like with YouTube, you kind of get that more freedom to play what you want to play. Like, I guarantee now, if I went to go stream this, you wouldn't get a lot of people watching it. Because there's not a high demand for people to watch UFC 4. Especially after the bad reviews that it's been getting.
I don't think this game is as bad as people.
I don't think it is. I was quite surprised to see the reviews they got.
I mean, the grappling could definitely be fixed quite a bit. Like, there's a lot of like 50-50s, but
I really liked it with what they did with the in the UFC Undisputed 3, like when it's all with the analog sticks. Like, you use the right analog stick to choose what transition you want to use. If you want to hold it in one direction, you can hold them in place. They can't switch. I felt like it was like a really good way of using it. Personally, I think EA need to get away from making UFC games. I think they need to hand it over to somebody else.
yeah, they don't focus enough on it. They just have too many projects.
That's the thing. Like, I noticed with UFC 3, they did a lot for it. Like, you know, the Ultimate Team wasn't. I quite like the Ultimate Team that they did. I don't know why they took that out. I quite enjoyed playing that. But then, in terms of, but with UFC 3, after it's like last year or two, they just never did anything with the game. Like, they stopped adding in fighters.
Nice.
Got a head movement, boy. Okay, now.
Dom's head movement is pretty good, and then plus he's got this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I noticed that.
I've played a few Doms that can use it perfect. I don't ever play as Dom, so I can't really use it, but I know how to do it. Dom's a good wrestler, but he doesn't really have much of submission game, which is pretty important for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely have to. I'm gonna have to start playing online because, like I said, I'm not gonna get it because I'm playing the obviously the legendary difficulty. And I'll be honest, man, I'm not struggling anywhere near as much as I thought I would do in that career mode. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah. The bots have their good moments, and like if they want to grapple you, you might be in a bit of trouble. Even I do, because it's like they good shit. It's like they already know what you're gonna do before you do it.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about there's been like a trend in our fights is that you put the pressure on and you do land more shots, but you do burn out your stamina quite quickly.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
my striking is not very. Great.
Like, one thing I've kind of learned to do for my career mode is to sort of preserve my stamina a bit more.
Well, usually like even when I play online and I strike the majority of the fight, I will go through my stamina quite fast.
Yeah.
But whenever I go to the ground and I deny people's transitions and stuff, you know, that just drains their stamina and puts it.
That's
to the
it. Yeah.
Line.
That's another thing. Like, when I was on UFC,
So
I
can afford to do that.
I played UFC 2 a lot online, and I did really well there because I realised, like, with UFC 2, all you had to do is keep jabbing the body, like jab straight to the body. Once you've done that, throw a couple of uppercuts, and then it was just easy. Like, that was just what I did. And doing that with Cerrone, he was like overpowered in that game. And like he was my go-to guy, and if I wasn't fancy stand up, I'd just use Khabib, and it seemed like on UFC 2, no one knew how to like do the ground game. Like you get a rare select
Yeah.
few. Like, I didn't even know the ground game that much, but people, I was just getting easy wins.
My MMA and UFC has grown a lot since UFC too. That's more people are. I think a lot of people back then just considered it to go in the same stuff with boxing and
Kickboxing,
wrestling
yeah.
and like every fighter was just one dimensional. But now you learn. I mean, fighters like Peter Yan, Dominic Cruz. Obviously they're not one dimensional.
Dominic Cruz is fighting tonight as well, isn't he?
No, that's 259.
Oh, is it?
He's
Oh,
the-
right, yeah.
He heads the prelims, which is insane.
Yeah. I'm
never
quite
thought
interested to see
see that.
Garbrandt and Jose Aldo. There's rumours of that fight happening. Cody Garbrandt's been quite vocal about it on Twitter.
Nice. I really wish Jose would go back to his old form. How do you feel about O'Malley, John? 'Cause I know he's about to fight.
I think
Personally, I like him still.
I like
I know
him.
he bitched, but some of his bitching was kind of fair because he was obviously better than Cheeto.
Oh yeah.
Like before he got knocked out, he really was piecing him up.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not really too sure. Didn't he? I think I'm not. I've not actually. I know. Obviously, he's a very good striker. He's a very good striker.
He says he works on his jiu-jitsu, but his jiu-jitsu, but we haven't seen it yet, so who knows?
I don't know. I completely forgot about him, to be honest. I completely forgot him until you just mentioned him.
Yeah, he fights Thomas Almeida at. Pretty sure it's in March. It's on the. Oh shit! Who is it that fucking fights? Yeah, well, I had it a second ago. Nice.
Oh
I
shit.
can't I cannot think about it. I don't know. I did know three of the fights on his card. Now I can't remember the other ones. Oh, I think he's on the. Might be the Leon card, maybe.
Yeah, because he was obviously meant to. He's scheduled twice to fight Hamza, wasn't he?
Yeah. Or 3 times actually.
It's a
But
free
now
fight.
it's now it's Muhammad stepped in, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
he's-
Which
Who
I've
do you
watched him
honestly-
fight a few times. He's actually not bad. I don't
Who
think
do you
he's
think
on
would
the
generally
Leon, but
win
he's good.
between Khabib and like Tony?
Oh, it's a big 100%.
Because that's a cursed fight, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think Khabib would have won, but I think Tony would be seeing out. Would be able to see after Khabib gets him on the grounds and pounds him. Tony cuts easy.
But
He
yeah,
just
but
had blood in his eye all around.
he also cuts people easy as well. Like you see the people.
Yeah, his elbows.
He's lethal, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I tried to duck that.
oh. How did you that head movement? You just moved your whole entire body out the way. So his legs stayed in the same plot. And his body just.
Honestly, I don't know. That might have been a glitch. I've been playing so many. What was it? Charles, I've been trying to duck all these flying knees. Oh, I think I moved my body. It was a body knee. So I think just moved that.
No, I mean, I think, yeah, the fight, like going back to what we were saying earlier, I think there could be, they will make Jones and Izzy happen. I think
Right.
Dana White likes that fight a lot.
I was just sitting there trying to do his little movement thing the whole time, and he would not do it.
Ugh. If there's one fight I can win, it's gonna be this one.
Oh, I got this shitty ass.
There you go.
There, GG.
I'll take that. I'll take the last win. Why not? Oh well.
If you watch Marshall, you probably hear him bitch about that camera a lot.
Yeah, no, I struggle with that as well. I don't. It really pisses me off. When
Especially
that happens.
whenever you get knocked, whenever you get mounted against the cage. Or
Yeah.
whenever you're grappling and someone top mounts you, right?
Yeah. No, they need
Not
to change
against the
that.
cage, but like a few feet away. Oh god.
They need to change that because that's
Kills me.
really fucking annoying. That really winds me up.
Yeah, and I've seen a few people try and mess with the camera and make it better, but it doesn't work.
But yeah, no. Thanks for taking the time to send me a message and playing a few games. I'll definitely probably if you have a free game, I'd love to play a few more games with you. You can train me up, make me a Div 10 player.
Yeah, no problem. I can definitely
If
help
you-
with your grappling a bit if you need, but
Yeah, man,
I'm not
definitely.
sure I
Do you
can
have any?
help much.
Obviously, I know you messaged me, but do you have any Do you do Twitch or do you do YouTube? Like, do you do videos or any thinking about it? So I can pick your channel and
No, I don't do anything honestly. I just watch them play.
no worries. All right, man. Well, yeah, no, cheers, appreciate it. I mean, it's decent fun. Yeah.
GG's, bro.
Yeah, GG, man.
Just
Thanks.
message me if you need to, or if you want to play anymore.
Yeah, man, definitely, I will do. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off because I'm gonna. I've got a few more games planned. Another, so I'm gonna go jump out of a pie. But yeah, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, same.
Take it easy, man.
Too.
So yeah, that was I got my arse handed to me. He kicked the absolute shit out of me. But no, that was great fun. It was fun to actually talk about to. I love talking to people about UFC. I don't have a lot of people. A lot of my close friends aren't into UFC as much as I am. But I really enjoyed playing that. That was it wasn't sweaty fights. It wasn't full concentration. It was just casually playing while just chatting about UFC, which I thought was really fun. So again, big thanks to Chris for messaging me, commenting on my videos, obviously supporting the channel as well. Thank you very much, Chris. Really do appreciate that, mate. And like I said, anyone else who does want to play a few games with me, more than happy to. If you have stuck around for the entirety of this video, it's massively appreciated. Of course, I can see we actually just come up to the hour mark. So yeah, big thanks to Chris. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you did enjoy. And I will speak to you all later.